I always wanted to be a mom, yes. We heard it announced from the pulpit that host homes were needed for these students. These are children who are in boarding school and they don't live with a mom and dad every day. They don't have brothers and sisters. More than anything, they don't know about Jesus Christ. It was just something that we just couldn't say no to. This makes our 5th year having students. We believe that we're called to go out and preach the gospel and tell others the good news. We can't always make it to the ends of the earth, you know, schedule-wise and with kids and whatnot. This is an opportunity that brings the ends of the earth to us.
So we're gonna match the students up now. Okay, Rob and Wendy Oglesby, they're standing back here in the back.
I most look forward to day one. I've prayed for these boys, these students, for a couple months before they come into our home, before we even know their names. I'm praying for them. I'm praying that the Lord will open the eyes of their hearts and that He would move within them. I get to mother them.
They just started giggling.
We talk about Jesus often, every opportunity we can. That's just a promise that Rob and I have made to each other, that we're gonna raise our children to know the gospel. So that's not just something that we're doing because we have Chinese students in our home, but they're just hearing what goes on in our home. They just fit in. It's like they belong here. We had a daughter named Grayson. She was born with Down syndrome and a severe heart condition, a congenital heart defect. When we have Chinese students, they love to look at our pictures and they want to know which child belongs with which baby picture. When we get to Grayson, we always share with them the story of Grayson's life and Grayson's death. They always act like they've said something that might offend us, and we quickly let them know we're not offended at all. And we're able to tell them our joy comes from the Lord, and our joy comes in knowing that we'll be with Grayson again, that her God has provided a way through His Son for us to be with her again. I think it's one of the most profound ways we have to share with them in our home. I often wonder if these kids think about us after they're gone as much as we think about them after they're gone. You can't imagine that you could love people who don't share your language, but the love that just so naturally happens between a parent and a child happens in this relationship as well. For 16 days, they're here in our home and they're part of our family, and they call us mom and dad. And was that enough to impact them? Was that enough that they'll spend eternity with Jesus. That's hard to let them go. It would be like letting one of your own go and not always knowing whether, the things you did and the things you said were enough. It's all God's doing. But to think, maybe I played a small part.
You pray for us and we'll pray for you. And just know that we love you, and it's okay, buddy. We love you, okay? It's okay.
That's all the thanks we need and all the reason we need to do it. You're our Chinese sons.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
Love you, brother.
You always have a place here. If one of these students came to know Christ, it's worth all the laundry and all the cooking and so much more than that. It's just worth everything to think that we may see these students one day in heaven